Hey guys, so I think I really found a very good trick to unlock your yell screams, which in my case sound like "Ay! Yay! Whoa!" And also can sound like "Ay! Ay! Ay! Ay!" So almost like fry screams like "Ay!" Right? These are all what I call a yell scream, and there might be many like terms, but just this technique is different from a classic, let's say, South Force school growl, which sounds like "Hey, woo, woo," and also it's different from a traditional fry scream, which sounds based on vocal fry. So this has nothing to do with this particular technique. Just forget about that vocal fry. It's not relevant to this specific thing at all. Even more, if you really try to enter this technique from the vocal fry standpoint, you may end up hurting yourself, because our vocal cords should be relaxed, not really stressed, and in fact, you just need to retract them and forget about them. So this it has nothing to do with if you don't understand that, I'm not sure how I can explain it better. So what? Well, anyways, I think 90% of success here is twang. So twang is a very great thing in order to find this specific spot that needs to maintain that distortion, because just like I said, our vocal cords should be retracted. They might be doing some clean vocals, they might be doing some weird things. Your false cords might contribute to that. So here I'm having a mix of I plus I, so I'm having that I. So I'm really trying now to isolate that I. So I'm not really using my false chords, but okay, whatever. So what we need to do is to find that specific, very kind of special part in our upper throat, or maybe even our nasal area, which gets compressed and which generates that distortion, because distortion is our everything, right? And some people believe it's even generated by soft palates, or maybe something in our nasal area. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I just want to show you a way how we can use it. So twang, it's a term from clean singing. It's not even from extreme vocals. You can search on YouTube, but basically my twang sounds like meh, 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 meh. So it's a very specific kind of a sensation. Not only my Adam's apple goes up. It's not really the case. Something in the upper part of my throat, or even it feels like in my nasal area, gets compressed and kind of projected very up front, to the point it feels like the sound is located somewhere here. Of course, it's not located there. It's just the sensation, and it's not related to the pitch. I mean, it can be here. It can be here. Even if I do my, that yawning thing, I still can maintain my twang. It feels like I'm projecting into my nose, but it's not actually the same. But it helps if you talk like this. If like you really project in the beginning all your air into your nasal cavity. So once you get that twang, you really need to work with it a lot. I mean, it takes time. You just need to remember and memorize that muscle that is responsible for that constriction in this area, for that compression. Again, this is not a tension on my vocal cords, not a constriction anywhere here. No, my throat is really relaxed inside. At least everything that happens here in my nasal area. You just need to work with the twang, remember that feeling, and kind of gain muscle power, and kind of stress even more. Sorry, not stress, strain. So that specific part should be compressed even more. Eventually, I'll show you gradually. So it goes like again. Okay, you already hear that distortion. Something really gets very close there. And if you push more air from your, I mean, abs, right? Some people say a diaphragm. You'll get a fry scream slash, I don't know, like yell scream, whatever you call it. It all only depends on the amount of projection of the air that you know, push from your belly. So, here it happens. Whoa! Of course, I can do that already. I mean, it happens almost automatically now. But you just need to remember that that twang must be kind of bastardized. You just need to compress a shitload of that. And you can even, you know, practice talking like that, because it helps to kind of memorize that feeling, and also to work on your pronunciation, because you don't really want to scream only some, you know, letters and kind of lose that compression and your scream on other words, let's say, or sound. So you just need to memorize that feeling and utilize it on all of your sounds that you produce. And another thing, if you really kind of under project or under compress it, you may end up with something like or which is not this is again, it's somewhere in my nasal area, which is fine. I mean, it's okay if you get that that very, very, you know, kind of thin vibration. It's fine. Just work on that. You just need to compress that specific area. And the best thing, honestly, I believe, is twang. So every time you talk like this, you kind of constrict something here, and I really feel it here. I really feel like some muscle, you know, there is getting tense. And also, cool tricks I gained, you know, over studying this, over taking lessons, is that this helps. So if you kind of do it like this, if you constrict muscles here and you kind of like you're in pain or something, or you're just very angry, somehow automatically helps a little bit. And for now, don't really think about your vocal cords. Try to relax them and try to let some air to go through. So instead of doing try to do but that's another step. It's just like a safety, you know, reason. But for now, don't really think about that. You just need to get that specific compression and, you know, sensation of something going on. Okay, and again, this is not a goddamn vocal fry. Just people, just, you know, I watched so many videos where people literally just switched everything. They started with vocal fry and then they added that compression on top. But this is completely different. This has more of higher frequencies, etc., etc., and it doesn't really even feel the same. And also, these, I mean, yell screams, whoa, yay! They're extremely loud. They are very, very loud. And there's no way for my vocal cords to kind of survive if I really did that with them. So vocal cords are absolutely unrelated to this scream. But I'm saying that just for you, you know, to encourage to kind of forget about your vocal cords for a second, because they are playing the secondary, you know, role here. The most important role is that compression over here. And also, nasality helps a lot. So push that air. It feels like breathing. Honestly, it feels like you're doing like, you know, trying to clear your nose. It helps a lot. You just need to project that air through your nose, into your nose. And if you really do that, but with not from here, but it helps as well. But you should start with your twang and then add those, you know, like faces or something, or kind of project. I think twang is the most important part. It's crucial because it gives you that sensation and that compression and that tension on that muscle. Only after that you can do that, because otherwise you might be actually, you know, using all your muscles on all your body, but don't use that very specific tiny but important spot. And also, if you project right away from your nose, you may not really understand that your twang is a twang, because now you hear my voice and you can understand I'm doing twang. But if you do it like here, I'm doing 100% twang and 0% twang, and the sound doesn't really change a lot. So for you to get, the feedback from your body, from your sound, and understand that you're doing it correctly, I really suggest to work on the twang and get that first that sensation somewhere here. And if you project more and push more air, that turns into more like a yell scream, which sounds very powerful and closer to false chord screams. So I hope that helps.